Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm still Gabe.
And we're here today with...
Sam.
Yay,
Special
Sam.
Sam.
Sam lives in our dorm. He's a freshman.
Residential hall. The correct terminology is residential hall.
Everybody calls it a dorm, Taylor.
A dorm is where you sleep. A residential hall is where you build tight relationships.
A dormitory. Dorminium.
Dorminium?
Why
It's a
not?
bit far.
Why
No,
not?
all the dorms are like within the same area.
I mean, I could probably hit all the dorms with a baseball except the Philippine.
Don't do that. Someone was throwing baseballs one day and they killed a seagull.
I
Is
remember
that
that.
really the loss, though? One
It
seagull?
was, actually.
And why is that?
Because today I almost caught a pigeon.
That's completely unrelated. What do pigeons have to do with seagulls?
Taylor, I am not a pigeon. You
Are they
know
not
that.
the same breed?
It's...
I mean, they're both flying rats.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they... Like,
I mean, Grand
One
Theft Auto.
begs for french fries and the other one begs for crumbs.
we have a diverse environment because we have pigeons and seagulls.
I've never seen a pigeon outside of New York City, though.
There was one right outside the front door of the building
And why were you trying to catch it?
because it was slow and fat, and I thought I could.
Again, this isn't about me right now.
It took him a minute to take off. He stood there flapping for a good minute.
It's
He
just
was
like
just taunting you,
it's just
really.
like Jack, the mentally handicapped pony.
We should probably get on topic before we just explode, though.
Okay, but you remember
That
Jack?
wasn't
But,
topic.
do you
Seagulls
remember
versus
Jack?
pigeons was a topic.
But do you remember Jack, the mentally handicapped pony?
All right, do
from
we want to
Private
do animals today?
Care? No, I thought we were
Okay.
doing architecture.
Let's do animals. I don't care about architecture. Animals. Jack the mentally handicapped pony?
Jack the
Yes,
mentally
Jack the
handicapped.
mentally handicapped pony. I enjoyed Jack.
Me too. He was a pony at the Freiburg Fair that we
Yes.
met last year.
We walked into a gigantic barn labeled horses and other small animals, and we were walking
Small
down the
animals?
line.
A horse is a small animal
Yes,
now?
These are ponies, not
whales.
horses.
Anyway, yes. Well, we walked in, and there were all these horses and ponies lined up, and they all had these little chain-linked fences, and then we were walking through and petting them, and then we got to this one little cage, the enclosure, had a chain-link fence. And there was just this tiny little pony sitting in a cage.
The sign said his name was Jack.
Yes, the sign said, "This pony is Jack." And Jack was also tied up with a rope. And when you pet Jack on the head, he had a little bushel of a toupee. And when you scratched it, he looked at you, and his eyes would split. And when his eyes split, he was in euphoria. And when you stopped scratching him, he would turn around and rub his butt on the chain link fence.
Yeah.
It was at this point we assumed that this special pony was segregated for a reason.
Therefore, we dubbed him Jack, the mentally handicapped pony.
Yes.
Now, before we got into the
We all
Freiburg
took
Fair,
pictures with him because he was adorable.
before we got into the Freiburg Fair, there were people outside with a booth with the Obama with the Hitler mustache handing out Republican propaganda and whatnot.
I can't believe he grew that mustache.
Oh. So,
It's like step one on do not do.
like the good trolls that we are, Taylor and I decided what would piss these people off more than for Taylor and I to hold hands and
I
skip
just wanted to
merrily
hold
by
your
them.
hand.
So we interlocked our fingers and skipped merrily by these two, and we stopped right outside their table, looked into each other's eyes essentially, went in for a nice romantic embrace. And our
I
lips...
didn't realize we were doing it for show. I am really sorry. I thought it was honest.
Taylor, you have a girlfriend.
Not at the time I didn't.
No, he was single.
Which is what makes it unfortunate because I did not have a cover.
And we went in for a kiss in front of them, and
I did not kiss you. I would
kissed
like
you
to
on
make that is on the record. I did not kiss him.
Taylor and I have never kissed each other on the lips, or any other orifice for that matter.
Let's get back to the topic of
On the
animals.
cheek.
Yes.
Let's get back.
General orifice kind of
No,
face.
that's not a
What's
hole.
your favorite animal, Sam?
My favorite animal... Are we talking about fair animals or animals in general?
In
Animals
general,
in
Sam,
general.
what do you like for
Okay.
animals?
All animals are treated fairly.
They are?
I mean, dogs that have to
Mules
fight each
and
other.
oxen and horses, they have a shit life, I'm just saying.
You know
They haul
what?
us around.
Horsepower is actually donkey power. That's
How
a fun
so?
fact.
How is horsepower donkey power?
Because when they were doing the ratings for engines, they did it by donkey, but that didn't sound right. A horse is actually twice as powerful as a donkey. I have no idea if this is true. I just heard it somewhere. I think I read it in a magazine.
Is it made up TaylorCarterShit.com?
No, but that domain is taken.
No. So is made up monkey shit, believe it or not. It was once a registered website. You can pay for it now. In high
What's
school,
your favorite animal, Gabe?
Wait, we're still on my favorite animal, which is
Oh,
a penguin.
I lost interest.
Penguins are my favorite animal.
Why?
why?
Because they're birds that swim underwater and they don't fly. Like, it's pretty awesome. They're basically like a fish.
We have another person with us today.
I don't know if she wants to talk or not.
No, her name is Nikki.
She's shy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's flicking us off right now.
Yeah. She looks interested, but she's just
She's
ignoring
just kind of
us.
laughing into the bookshelf. You know?
Yeah, something about penguins really set her off.
I love
Anyway.
penguins, though. They're also the mascot of the greatest hockey team known to humanity,
The Pittsburgh Penguins. Yes. Love them.
What
Nikki's
noise does
flipping me
it...
off now.
That's not okay.
I'm assuming she likes somebody else. Would you like to say out loud, use your words?
Is it the Bruins of Boston?
Who do you like? A penguin?
Are we going to play guessing game at Washington?
Hey, Sam.
Philadelphia. Washington.
Sam, I have a question for you.
What?
What noise does a giraffe make?
What does the fox say?
They don't make noises.
Giraffes don't say anything.
Yeah. They can't.
Such long necks and they can't say a word. Isn't that sad?
That is really sad.
That is the plight of the giraffe.
Hey, I mean, Sam and I are kind of like giraffes.
We are.
No, you're not. You're just
We're
both large individuals.
Yeah, I know.
Giraffes are all neck. You guys...
Yeah, anyway, when I was in high school, my senior year in physics class, we actually got to calculate our own horsepower. And mine was 0.7.
Horsepower or horsepower?
Horse.
Dave got around a lot.
That was when I got to college, not high school. Anyway,
Continue.
that's another story for another podcast. Anyway,
Does it have to be
No,
another
it is
podcast?
never a
it's
story.
probably not going to happen because I probably send these to my mom and I don't want her hearing about this. Anyway,
Just-
I
You're
thought that
sending
was...
these to your mom?
Well, I need viewers and listeners and
No,
fan bases.
I'm cutting you off.
Okay. Well, here's the thing: was I thought that was pretty high, a 0.7, and so I asked my physics teacher. I'm like, I think my math's off because this is saying that I'm almost have 1 horsepower at max performance, and he said, "Well, I don't know how to put this to you, but considering you're such a massive and large individual, that would really affect the horsepower, and since you are so large and massive and have a big..." He was very nicely trying to put it that since you're fat, that yours would be closer to 1 because it's based on body mass and height and weight. So, therefore, it must have made sense. And then it's true because the smaller people in the class were closer to like 0, and the larger you got closer to 1, and then there was me.
So I have a theory.
Monkeys.
No, it has to do with squirrels. See, last year, I was standing around outside, and I saw a squirrel that didn't have a tail, and it was running around all over the place. Yeah, Sam, have you seen this
I
squirrel?
haven't seen the squirrel. I saw a crow flying without a tail.
Really?
I was at a tennis match, and my match was over, so I was really bored and looking around because
How many
it was
sports
like
did you play,
Crows
Sam?
normally have tails?
yes, crows normally have tails, and I was
You mean
looking
those
up,
3 feathers on the...
and there was one crow circling, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it because it looked really funky. And I kept looking at it, and I realized it did not have a tail. It looked like a stealth fighter, just kind of like circling up there. And I kind of thought they needed tails to fly, like to stabilize and guide themselves.
That's helicopters.
And jet planes.
And
I
airplanes,
assume
yeah.
they used the tail for a purpose, but this crow seems
And
to not be
motorcycles.
afflicted by its lack of a tail. And motorcycles don't have tails.
Yes, they do. It's that back tire.
A
Anyway,
tail? That's just a
my
rear tire.
theory...
What is
My
your
theory is related to an event that happened a couple days ago. I was outside once again. I spent a lot of time outside doing nothing. And I noticed another squirrel. This one had a little nub tail. I think squirrels can regrow their tails.
I don't. I think
I think I have more evidence than you do.
Taylor,
Yes?
they are not starfish.
cats don't grow their tails back. Furthermore,
Cats are not squirrels. Those are entirely different animals and your argument is invalid.
what about dogs?
Dogs are also different animals.
What about chipmunks?
Chipmunks are adorable.
You remember Chips and Roby?
Chips?
You're-
Oh,
yeah,
Chips.
Chips.
He wasn't a chipmunk.
What was he?
He was a flying squirrel.
It was a flying squirrel.
Yes, no, I had a flying squirrel visit my room on a regular basis last year in the winter. He needed to warm up. I have photos, but I mean, no one else can see them. But he was
Since
adorable.
Taylor has a Windows phone, they can't get hacked because nobody writes programs for Windows phones.
Yeah, but anyway, he would come inside every time he was cold, and he would just sit on my windowsill, and I would feed him, and I gave him a water dish. He was adorable. But
You had a pet.
he flew in my room once or twice, and I had
Remember
to
when I
ask
had
him
my
to leave.
Venus flytrap in Dickey Wood?
Yeah, I touched it in the
Yeah.
whatever it is on the inside that's really soft and kind of moist.
Yeah, moist.
Moist.
Moist panties.
B-trap. That's
Our
soft
word
and
of the
moist.
day.
This sounds a little bit.
No, I had a pet Venus flytrap that ate the bugs in my room in Dickey Wood, and it was really cool. Except I was getting tired of caring for it, and the winter was coming. I was looking
Sometimes
at this red
gorillas
winter.
need other animals to help them remove their pests.
So, I left it outside on the smoking bench outside Dickie Wood and walked away and wished it the best of luck.
You left it outside?
I pinned a $20 bill to his collar and said good luck.
Oh, like a child.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of animals.
Anyway, later that night, I was the RA on duty in Dickie Wood, and as I was doing around in the bathroom, I found my Venus flytrap in the bathroom counter. I was like, oh, somebody saved it. This is a sign. So I threw it out.
So now that we've spent time talking about plants.
Well, guys, I think awkward silence is a bad thing.
Yeah, me too.
It wasn't awkward. I was enjoying the view.
What view?
And we got a caller on line 1.
No. We don't do that.
All right.
Who calls us? Who knows we're here?
We're going to play a
Well,
game.
everybody in the room next to us.
Does anybody have a book on them? We're going to play a game. Anybody?
Are we going to play a game?
Any textbook, book?
There's 2
Novels?
behind you, but our topic is animals. I
Yeah,
don't know why.
no. Where's the game? What do you mean
Wait,
there's 2
wait,
against
wait.
me?
Discover USM.
For anybody watching who doesn't know,
This is just a
USM
notebook.
is the
There's-
University
it's
of Southern Maine.
No, it's the University of Southern Mississippi, because that's what comes up every time I Google just USM.
Well, you know
Have
what's
you
funny
tried
about that?
Googling USM Maine?
No, you know what's
I
funny?
shouldn't have to add that on, though.
Sam,
They're prioritized over us. I don't like it.
Sam, what happened was
Because
this:
they're
is
the
that
South.
University of Southern Maine had the domain USM at .edu, and then the University of Maine system forgot to pay for that domain. And so as soon as that expired, the U.S. University of Southern Mississippi bought out the name from under the University of Southern Maine. Therefore, we have to do usm.maine.edu now. This doesn't have enough pages for what I'd like to do. There's a game that says that you grab the closest book near you in a room. You open to page 45.
Speaking of game,
You read the first full sentence, and that describes your sex life.
speaking of games, I have a round for Sam, who's new here,
Okay.
called Decipher That Headline.
I'm ready.
All right,
What are the
today's
rules?
headline.
Taylor, what website are you on?
I will give you a headline, and you have to explain it to me.
I have to explain the story behind it.
Yes.
Taylor, tell the folks at home what website you're using.
This is the BBC News website that I will be using, and I will just be using the title of the article. Ready, Sam?
I am ready.
So, how Morocco was once a haven for gay Westerners.
Well,
Decipher that headline.
I think that this is saying that most of the gay Western pornos of the world were once shot in Morocco, and that's why it's the destination.
Uh-huh.
So now,
The actual reason is because Texas exported the Brokeback Mountain actors to Morocco after the
I
film
was
was
pretty
released.
close.
As well as all of the cattle that were also involved.
Why Morocco?
So, now I would like to play my game where I
No,
find...
I have one more headline for him.
Oh,
Oh, my apologies.
Cyberworm seeks home data.
cyberworm seeks home data.
That's a worm in space.
Okay. Well, you just didn't use all the headline. You gave me background information, so
That's a worm in space.
a cyberworm. Yes. Okay. So, I think that this must be some sort of cyberworm seeking information on our homes so that the government can do NSA things in its conspiracy to ruin the world.
I have one more if you're willing to listen.
I am willing.
Copenhagen's piles of bikes. Explain.
Copenhagen's pile of bikes. I guess pretty self-explanatory. All the bikes of the world are being shipped to Copenhagen because bikes are obsolete because everybody has a car now. And Copenhagen's just behind the times.
The actual reason is the exact opposite. Copenhagen has so many cyclists that there are parking lot traffic jams for their bikes.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Okay.
I am seeing a picture of these traffic jams of bikes and parking lots for bikes, and it's actually true. It's all you can see is a sea of handlebars.
Sam,
Time for Gabe's game. So
Yes.
please explain.
my game is this. I pick a random university on the Yik Yak. The
Okay.
time is 8 p.m. on, what do you call it, Tuesday, October 14th, 2014. I'm going to read the one with the most likes that I like, and you have to explain to me what
Oh.
it's about.
Oh God.
This is from Oklahoma State University. This was posted about 55 minutes ago, has 59 upvotes. To the guy who was out of breath and panting while taking a shit in the library. Hang in there, buddy. I believe in you.
Ew,
Sam,
hang.
explain this, Jack.
Somebody was obviously done studying, and their friends, as usual, were taking way longer to do less work because, this student's obviously super efficient. And he saw this poor guy going through the struggle of constipation, and he's just wishing him luck.
Oh.
So, yeah.
All right. And I got second place, has 42 ups and 2 replies. This was posted 42 minutes ago from Oklahoma State University. It reads, if a frat party has a fire, can the fire department get in even if they don't know anyone at the party? Question mark.
Obviously not. Unless maybe one of the people in the fire department is a member of that frat.
Maybe.
So that fireman can get in and put out the fire, but everybody else has to wait outside.
Probably. Plus, it might be their fault for what they were wearing.
Yeah.
The frat party. For getting the fire, yeah.
Sam,
Yes.
last one, I swear.
Are you sure?
But
I
you
can
need
keep
to tell
going if
me.
you want.
You need to tell me what is too sexy for Kenya's police.
Nothing is too sexy for Kenya's police. People don't have clothes.
Wait a
to
minute,
wear, and
Kenya
they're
has a
running around
police
naked
department?
all the time.
Kenya has a police department?
The correct answer is large booties.
Their anaconda don't want any because they got buns. Which is odd. Because I don't even know why the anaconda needs buns.
Large booties and big earrings.
Big earrings are sexy.
Over there, it's a cultural thing. Don't be insensitive.
And, well, that is all the time we have for tonight.
Aww, but Sam just got here.
I know.
I'll come back again.
You can leave.
Sam, you've been a great guest. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Gabe,
Thanks
for
for being
actually
here.
being nice about this. Taylor, that
Thanks
was
for
very
volunteering.
Have a nice night, Sam.
cold. Okay.
That about
Thank
wraps
you.
it up. I'm Gabe.
Oh, and I'm Taylor.
And I'm the special guest, Sam, who will be back again, maybe, if they allow me to come back. So
No,
probably not, because
probably
Taylor
not.
doesn't like me.
Okay.